Have you ever had that really strange feeling? You wake up, you look at your life, and just everything feels off.
Yeah.
Your favorite clothes, old friends, even that massive project at work you've poured a year into, and suddenly it feels, I don't know, wrong or just empty.
It's more than a bad mood, for sure. It's this deep internal dissonance where everything on the outside looks the same, but inside you're getting this powerful, undeniable message. I don't belong here anymore.
Right. And if you felt that mismatch, we need to pause before we just, write it off as burnout or exhaustion.
Exactly, because what you might be feeling is a lot deeper than just being tired.
We're talking about a pretty significant energetic and cognitive phenomenon. People call it a timeline shift.
Or shifting your life's timeline. It's a complete reorganization of your internal world.
So today, in this deep dive, we're going to get into how this shift actually works.
And this is so crucial to understand. This isn't some kind of spiritual magic. It's rooted in your brain's operating system, in the sum of your choices. And we're going to give you 12 definite internal and external warning signs to look for.
And most importantly, we'll get into the 3 dangerous traps people fall into right in the middle of this, when you're most vulnerable.
And then we'll give you a really practical, step-by-step, 48-hour protocol to stabilize that new reality, to lock it in.
Okay, let's unpack this idea of a timeline shift. How does it work? I love the radio wave metaphor for this.
It's the perfect analogy, really. It takes all the, the mysticism out of it. Imagine your life as a radio receiver.
Okay.
If you've been operating from old fears and beliefs for the last, say, 5 years, you've been tuned to 88.0 FM.
Right, so you're hearing a certain type of music, attracting a certain crowd. There's a whole vibe to that station.
Exactly, a specific atmosphere. But then, maybe consciously, maybe not, you decide to turn the dial. And not just a little bit, but a big turn.
All the way up to 105.5.
All the way. And the music changes instantly. The energy, the people who resonate with that new frequency, it's all completely different. That's the shift.
So it's not random. Our sources say this happens because of changes in 3 key areas, the 3 drivers.
Yes. And the first one is choice.
How so?
You stop choosing based on fear. Fear of not being liked, fear of failure, all of it.
No.
And you start choosing based on your internal truth, no matter the consequences.
That's a huge energetic shift right there.
It's massive. And it leads right into the second driver, which is energy.
Because your mind gets calmer.
It does. It achieves a natural stability. You stop creating all these little dramas because they don't have the same grip on you anymore.
And so the third driver, environment, just has to follow suit. The external world, your job, your relationships, it has to reorganize to match this new, calmer frequency you're putting out.
Which brings us to the core conflict. You've just done what we could call an internal OS upgrade. Your core beliefs, your programming, it's all new.
But your external life, your job, your friends, your routines, is still trying to run on the old software.
Exactly. And that mismatch creates error signals. And those errors are the 12 signs we're about to go through.
That makes perfect sense. The old system can't run the new apps. Okay, let's get right into the checklist. Maybe grab a mental scorecard and see how many of these are showing up for you right now.
Let's start with the most obvious internal one.
Okay, sign number 1. Old attractions just don't draw you in anymore. You feel indifference or even just sudden fatigue when you're faced with things you used to love, gossip, staying out late, drama. Now you feel nothing.
The real meaning there is a frequency mismatch. It's not that the world got boring, it's that your own vibration just doesn't align with that chaos anymore.
And that fatigue you mentioned.
That's your brain, your actual neurology, resisting the urge to fall back into an old pattern. It takes energy to do that.
Which explains why trying to force it feels so draining. I've seen people do that. They panic, think they've become boring, and try to prove they're still the fun one.
That's the trap. Don't force it. The solution is actually really simple. Identify one draining thing, just one, and cut your investment in it this week. That single act frees up so much bandwidth for your new timeline.
Okay, what about relationships? Sign number 2. People just drift away peacefully, no big fights, but the chats go quiet, invitations stop, and the whole thing just fades to silence.
That is a classic natural separation. The non-resonant energies just separate. The magnetic pull that held you together, which was usually shared drama or old habits, is gone.
The trap there has to be guilt. Feeling like you have to drag everyone with you into this new reality.
Overwhelmingly, it's guilt. But you are not responsible for their journey. The solution is to use soft boundaries. Just maintain a gentle distance. You don't need a big dramatic confrontation. Let the space grow.
All right, sign number 3 is about what rushes in to fill that space. New opportunities arrive, and they're fast and clear.
Yes, roadblocks just dissolve. That old bad timing feeling becomes heavenly timing. Things just click into place.
So what's happening there?
It's sharp focus. Your internal system is running so much cleaner, you're not bogged down by decision fatigue. You're projecting clarity, and opportunities that match that clarity can find you easily.
But when things speed up like that, I can see the risk of feeling like, oh my God, I have to say yes to everything.
And that's the FOMO trap. It leads you to rush and overcommit. To stabilize, you have to use the 24-hour rule. A big opportunity lands. Take one full day, no outside opinions, just check your own internal alignment before you say yes.
I like that. Okay, sign number 4 is that strange, almost mystical feeling when synchronicity increases. You know, seeing repeating numbers, thinking of someone, and they text you 2 seconds later.
This is actually a sign that your reticular activating system, or RAS, is on high alert.
To filter in your brain.
Exactly. It's the filter in your brainstem that decides what's important. When you're shifting, your RAS is tuning into the world's rhythm and connecting dots that used to just filter out as noise.
So the trap here is pretty obvious. Seeing every single number as a direct command from the universe.
Total superstition. That's the crash point. You have to treat them as signposts, not commands. They're signals that you're aligned and alert. They aren't orders for your life plan. Your free will is still number 1.
Okay, sign number 5, an immediate intolerance for ambiguity. You just find yourself walking away from wishy-washy situations, less willing to compromise on clarity.
This is all about elevated self-respect. Your internal value system has upgraded. You now recognize that hesitation costs you energy, and you refuse to spend it on people or situations that can't be direct.
But how do you stop that from becoming rigid? Or, judgmental of other people who are still figuring things out?
The solution is in your communication, not your judgment. You communicate your needs clearly without apology. Something like, I need an answer by Friday, or I'm moving on. It's firm, it's clear, and it sets the new standard.
Sign number 6 is the internal cleanup. Vivid or recurring dreams. They feel so real, or they drag up old stuff you thought you dealt with years ago.
This is a literal subconscious cleanup. Your mind is running a major defrag program overnight. It's clearing out old, dense trash files to make space for all the new data you're taking in.
That can feel really overwhelming, though. Should you spend a month analyzing what it all means?
No, absolutely not. The dream is the mind releasing, not asking you to reanalyze. The solution is to acknowledge it and let it go. Maybe write a quick 3-line summary as a feeling and then consciously move on. Don't waste new energy on old trash.
I love that. Okay, sign number 7. An intense desire for silence and media filtering. You're unfollowing drama, turning off notifications, and you just want to sit quietly, alone.
This is a critical bandwidth requirement. Your brain needs a ton of cognitive space to process this shift. It just can't handle any more garbage input. The noise becomes almost physically painful.
But I know people worry that this means they're running away from the world, becoming a hermit.
And that's the trap. Complete social isolation is not the answer. The solution is disciplined dedication. Carve out short, non-negotiable periods for silence, even 10 minutes, but you maintain your core responsibilities. You integrate within the world, not away from it.
Okay, sign number 8. Waves of instability, emotional drift. Your energy swings wildly from high to low for no obvious reason.
This is normal turbulence.
Yeah.
Your nervous system is adjusting to a totally different frequency. It's like a plane changing altitude in a storm.
Okay.
You're going to hit air pockets. It's just finding a new, stable equilibrium.
And this is where the self-blame kicks in, right? I thought I was fixed. Why am I getting worse? That feeling of going backwards is terrifying.
That is the psychological trap, precisely. Instead of judging the dip, you have to measure your progress by the speed of recovery.
Oh, okay.
If a setback used to knock you out for 3 days, and now you can recalibrate in 3 hours, you are improving exponentially. That rapid recovery is the clearest sign of a successful shift.
Let's talk more about relationships. Sign number 9. Certain relationship roles exit orbit. So this is less about the person leaving and more about a specific dynamic ending.
Exactly. If you stop being the crisis fixer, for example, the person who only ever called you during a crisis just stops calling, the contract for that role has been fulfilled on your end.
So the solution isn't to confront them, it's just to hold your new standard.
Precisely. Hold your new boundary with zero compromise. If your new rule is, I won't participate in venting sessions, the people who can't meet that standard will just self-eject. It's organic.
Sign number 10, prioritizing release over perfection. You find you're way less of a perfectionist. Getting something done and moving forward is suddenly more important than it being flawless.
This is a big one. It's fear overcome. You realize that movement is more important than perfection, because perfectionism is almost always just fear of criticism dressed up as high standards.
But the danger there is that initial burst of enthusiasm can lead to burnout. I'm just going to get it all done now.
It can. So the solution is the finish before pretty rule, but you keep the scope really small. Aim to complete one small, imperfect task each week. Consistency, even when it's not perfect, stabilizes the new timeline way better than huge bursts of energy followed by total exhaustion.
Okay, sign number 11. Places either call you or strongly reject you. You feel this immediate weird fatigue when you walk into a certain place, like the office, or a strong, unprompted urge to go somewhere new.
That's direct energy alignment. Your physical body is acting like a compass. It's signaling which environments are compatible and which are toxic to your new frequency. It's literally telling you this place costs too much energy.
And before we all quit our jobs and move to the mountains, what's a practical first step?
Start small. Try a simple environmental tweak first. Clear a bunch of clutter, change the lighting in your office, rearrange your living room. Sometimes a small shift is enough to adjust the energy until a bigger one is possible.
And finally, sign number 12, feeling like not the same person. This complete internal identity change, even though on the outside your life looks exactly the same.
This is the identity shift fully realized, and it shows the lag time. There is always a period where physical reality has to catch up to the deep internal change you've already made.
And the trap here is looking for outside validation, trying to convince everyone, hey, I've changed, treat me differently now.
Absolutely. Don't do it. It will only lead to frustration. The solution is to let your small, consistent actions and your new boundaries prove who you are. Your new habits will speak so much louder than any announcement.
So if you're ticking off a lot of those signs, you are definitely in that transitional phase.
But here is the major warning from our deep dive. That transitional period, that bridge between timelines, is the most dangerous. This is where most people crash and go back to the old patterns, and it's because of 3 very specific conceptual traps.
This is critical. What are the crash points we need to watch out for?
Trap number 1 is the spiritual ego. This is using your new clarity to feel superior or more awake than others. You know the attitude, I'm enlightened and you're all still sleeping. It just instantly creates separation, it kills your curiosity, and it stops your growth cold. Humility is the only way through.
And this next one, I think, is the most common one. Trap number 2, spiritual bypass.
It is lethal. This is using these elevated concepts to deliberately avoid your real-world, mundane responsibilities. For example, ignoring crippling debt by claiming money is just an illusion, or suppressing legitimate anger and saying, oh, I've let go of all negativity. That's not growth, that's avoidance.
So how do you tell the difference between real letting go and just avoidance?
It's all about responsibility. If you genuinely let go, you've also reclaimed full responsibility for the process. If you're bypassing, you're just using the concept as a shield to duck the hard work. And finally, trap number 3 is stage jumping. This is trying to master, interdimensional travel when you haven't mastered basic life fundamentals. If you're struggling with self-care or keeping promises, focusing on deep enlightenment is it's putting the cart before the horse. You have to stabilize the foundation first.
The guardrail check you mentioned is so simple, but so effective.
Right. If the shift is genuine, you become quieter, calmer, more responsible. If you feel this need to prove yourself, to preach, or to escape your duties, that's a huge red flag for ego and bypass.
That's so helpful. So when that instability really hits, and when you feel that old identity trying to pull you back, what's the immediate plan? Let's give everyone the 48-hour stabilization protocol.
It starts with immediate grounding.
Hours 0 to 3, stabilize. If you feel lost or anxious, start with your body. Drink 1 or 2 glasses of water right away, then a 10-minute walk. If you can do it barefoot on grass, even better. It helps dissipate that excess nervous energy. And cut 1 leak. Turn off your phone, close your browser tabs, just get away from the noise.
The goal here is purely physical. It pulls your consciousness back into your body and stops the mental spinning. Then, once you're stable, you move into hours 3 to 24. Recode. This is for mental clarity.
Turning that vague anxiety into something tangible.
Exactly. Pen to paper. Write 3 statements. Number 1, what I know. Just the facts. Number 2, what I fear. Get it out of your head. And number 3, what is the small step I will take today? This reduces the cognitive load and gives your brain a simple, executable plan.
And finally, hours 24 to 48, integrate. This is affirmation.
Right before you sleep on that second night, you do what we call a night seal. You ask yourself, where did I choose the new timeline today? Find one choice you made, thank yourself for it, and then tell your brain, work is done, you can rest now. You're signaling to your subconscious that this new path is safe and reliable.
And to really solidify this, we recommend building on that with a sustainable 7-day calibration plan. Just small, consistent actions.
Right. Day 1, write down one energy-draining thing. Day 2, reduce it just a little bit. Day 3, practice one small boundary. Day 4, finish one small thing using that finish before pretty rule. Day 5, organize your desk for 10 minutes. Day 6, be quiet for 1 full minute twice. Now, on day 7, you review, did my speed of recovery improve this week?
You know, these shifts we've talked about, the signs, the turbulence, they aren't happening because you're suddenly special or you have some kind of superpower.
No, they are happening because you are finally ready to take greater, more radical responsibility for your choices and for your life.
The true meaning of all this, of awakening or shifting your timeline, it's not about floating above your problems or escaping the world to avoid conflict.
Not at all. It's about being fully in the world, but operating with truth, with calmness, and with the courage to make the choices that align with your new, stable frequency.
So as you integrate these signs and this protocol into your life, we want to leave you with a final thought.
Ask yourself this: what specific basic responsibility, one that you have been avoiding or using a bypass to duck, do you need to reclaim and master today to truly solidify this new, stable timeline you are building? That reclaiming of duty, that is the most powerful stabilization tool you have.